Hi guys, this is Vlog-tious. What's going on? And welcome, I want to say, to my first vlog, at least of 2017. I did one video where I had facecam on last year as well, but that was a Rage Toho game video, which turned out to be quite crappy, so I never uploaded it. Also, yes, I know today is the 30th of January, and where's Katava Shoujo? Katava Shoujo is not yet it's not even recorded yet. I've just been dead tired ever since I got back from my first anime convention, Descon Frostbite 2017, that was held in southwestern Finland in a place called Lahti from the 26th until the 29th of this month. I just got back last night and literally just fell to sleep. Like, I just walked to my bed and just fell asleep and slept for like, I think 13 hours or 14 hours. After that I was sorting out like pictures I took. I was inexperienced with a system camera. I hadn't used one before. I had just borrowed one from a friend, but I took like 200 and something pictures, 250, 240 I believe, and I got 43 good photos out of those. And I do apologize for anyone who I asked that I could take a picture with, but it doesn't, because it doesn't end up on the video. That's because of my fault. That's my fault, because the picture shook, simply. It was because of my inexperience, but anyone who I took of photos on the first, second or third days, anyone who agreed to take a photo with me, I love you all. You all had fantastic cosplays. Like, the place was full of fantastic people, and I am truly sorry if your photo doesn't show up in the video. But you can be sure that your cosplay was awesome. Yeah, as I mentioned before, the pictures will be coming later on in like a little collab, either on my Facebook or WordPress. But like, Descon Frostbite 2017, what can I even say about it? It was brilliant. I've been an anime fan for almost 10 years now. I'm an avid gamer. I watch anime a lot. I'm just a general nerd, to be honest, when it comes to anime and games. And I mean, when I was looking at the, like, I was just AFKing by the computer and thinking, should I just like what bad can there be? I mean, it's just an anime convention. So I bought the tickets on the end of October, on the beginning of November, or at the end of October, can't remember. And I just asked my friend, like, hey, do you want to come and hang around with me for the weekend? And he agreed. So we went there, we went to Lahti. We got a hotel 2 kilometers away from the venue, the actual convention venue. And like, when we got there, there weren't too many people, but like, when the place filled up, it was like filled to the brim. When there wasn't anything going on, which was like scarce, the place was freaking like stuffed. I got lots of good stuff. Like on Saturday, the marketplaces were open. I got like a few books of manga. I bought the first and second volumes of another. The third one I will probably buy it as well after it's published in Finland. But like, I also bought like Higurashi Rei. I bought the entire book. I almost won like a badass katana, like, you know, one of those like proper katana and a sheath, like a decorated katana and a sheath, in like a dice rolling game. I was like literally 1 or 2 points off from winning the goddamn prize, because you could also buy those katanas, but they were priced around 80 to 100 euros. So that was I was this close to buying one because it was so badass. It was like a legit katana. I'm not sure if it was like sharpened or not. Sharpened or not. I'm not quite sure, but I doubt it was sharpened. You can fix me on that if you know better than I do, but you can be sure that it was badass. I'll probably link a photo of that as well to my albums from Desk and Frostbite. What else? Well, I mean, in any convention, I only knew about 2 things about a convention, because this was my first anime convention. I knew about 2 things. I knew that the convention has cosplay, and there was a lot of it, oh my god. And all of them were so cool, like I mentioned earlier. Like, there was, like, you can mention anime, it probably was there. I didn't even manage to take a picture of them all, and I like missed some good cosplays that I saw, but like everything was brilliant. People, you can really like, when I was talking to like some of the cosplayers, they said I don't even remember how many, like tens, hundreds of hours people had spent on the costumes, which was amazing, like even awe-inspiring to hear, really, because it's so cool that people actually, like, they put so much effort and time into these cosplays, and that people actually like show appreciation towards them. It's fantastic, and like everyone was so freaking nice. Like, I'm a nerd among nerds, what can I say? And being there, I mean, I felt at home. Although there was one drawback, because I hadn't really gone out to a con, and I wouldn't say I'm bad at keeping up conversation, but I'm stiff. I'm really like stiff, and really like I'm really reserved, and I can't really like stir up a conversation. And that's why that can lead to like lots of awkward moments with me. And I know a couple of moments when it kind of got to that, and I just kind of like shut myself down to my little inner shell, where I would just like kind of follow people around and just AFK like alongside them. I do apologize for that though. Better in the next con. But like everything was so brilliant, and like the awkwardness was mainly from like myself. Also, also Mr. Toshihiro Kawamoto, the Bones Anime Studios leader, or like director, I believe, is his official title. Don't quote me on that, I can't remember. But like he's higher up there. Even the manager, I think. Yeah. Anyways, he was the guest of honor at Desk and Frostbite, and I went to 2 of his things, two of his things. One that talked about how it is to be like a higher up at the anime industry, and the other one was a Q&A. So, like, what can I say? The guy knows all about the industry. He had like lots of interesting and cool stories. He has great sense of humor. His anime is great, like especially when we were talking about the Cowboy Bebop, probably his most known work at the first event. He drew the main cast of the show. Like, he drew it from a scratch on a paper on stage in front of like hundreds of people. And it was just kind of like a heartfelt moment when, also kind of hilarious as well, when the guy went on stage in Japanese, "I'm feeling kind of nervous," because he hadn't like drawn in front of that kind of crowd before, I believe. So he was like, "I'm feeling kind of nervous for some reason," and the crowd just went like started laughing. But then the guy started drawing. And I was like, what the hell? I looked down on my phone like this for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, and a new character was on the sheet, on the A4 sheet, like drawn in black and white. And it was awe-inspiring to watch. It was incredible to watch how quickly and like with what precision, how even effortlessly the guy drew his own characters from the show. And he did disclaim at the end that still to this day, because Cowboy Bebop is starting to be an old anime by now, people are still asking like commissions, requests to draw Cowboy Bebop characters, and that's why he said it was so fluent. But I mean, I'm sure that I'm speaking for everyone who was watching that first segment, that it was awe-inspiring to watch Mr. Kawamoto to kind of just like draw the characters and just like get immersed into the flow and the kind of feeling that was overall. Like that kind of just emanated from the actual segment with him, because you could just feel his professionalism in whatever he said. In the Q&A, I mean, what's a Q&A? A question and answer segment. When we went there with me and my friend, of course we were just expecting a normal Q&A. It was an hour was the time that was reserved to it. But for 30 minutes, at the beginning of the Q&A, Mr. Kawamoto said, or he had disclaimed to the staff earlier, and the staff told to us, that Kawamoto had something he wanted to show us. And oh my god, we got to see an exclusive house tour of Bones animation studios, of his goddamn studio. Like, even guests of honor at Bones, like who go to visit Bones in Japan, the studios, don't usually even gain access to those areas that we saw. And that was sick. We got to see like animator tables, like drawer tables, character creation, like slots, like lots of cool stories about the studio, like every nook and cranny of it. We got to see Kawamoto's personal workspace, and like kind of stories and what he likes, how his story was born, what he's been doing, what's the story behind that item, what's the story behind this item, how did that come to your possession, and like all that kind of stuff. We got like his opinion on Finland, on like what he's thought, because this was his first time in Finland. And he said that he really loved the Finnish audience. He loved the kind of atmosphere we had. He would have wished it was a little bit warmer, and I can understand that because it's the end of January, probably the coldest time of the year. But I mean, he said wonderful things about Finland, and like I would personally love to see him again, or even go to like Japan to just kind of. I mean, at the very least, I'll have to watch like the rest of his content by now. I've watched some of Cowboy Bebop, but not the entire show, unfortunately, just yet. But Kawamoto was amazing. In the upcoming DeskCon, in the same place, in summer, the voice actor Yuki Kaji will be the guest of honor, and that's something I have to go to because I freaking love voice acting. And I kind of would want to do that myself, but I'm not sure if my voice is flexible enough for that. I mean, all in all, lots of cool stuff happened. I was stiff throughout the entire con, but that's just because I'm shy. Like, once you get through my outer shell, kinda, I kinda chill, but I usually tend to stay pretty factual. And I apologize for anyone who spoke with me and kinda just got to see that side of me, but I can be a lot more chill as well. But yeah, I mean, all in all, DeskCon Frostbite 2017, it was brilliant. I can't really come up with anything negative to say. Oh yeah, actually one more thing. We went to a maid cafe that they had there. It was called Hatsuyume, which literally translates to the first dream in English. It was, let's say, it was quite an experience, a positive one at that, because I don't want to like disclaim anything, but it was. I'd love to go again, and that gathers up to like a new. If you want to hear more about the maid cafe experience, I mean, there's not much to say about it, but I can even do like a separate video on it if you guys would want to hear that. But I don't want to like drag this video on for too long. In the end, I feel like I really enjoyed myself. I got like lots of pictures and got to kind of like chill around, see lots of cosplay, like buy all sorts of stuff and just kind of go there and like enjoy myself, like have fun and just like kind of like chill, because that's the point of anime conventions. You're supposed to have fun, and like I think that it fulfills my expectations, and I'll definitely be going next year as well. But yeah, if you guys have any questions that you'd like to hear like more, you'd like me to elaborate more on, make sure to like comment them down below. If you enjoyed this video, my first vlog, make sure to drop a like and let it know in the comments. You can also click subscribe if you want to see more of my content. Katava Shoujo will be continuing in the upcoming days. Check out the description down below. All of the pictures that I guess I chose that were eligible for use will be down below. The links, check those out. Those were definitely very cool. But for now, there's nothing much more to say. This was a 16-minute rant about Descon. I mean, I'm still like awestruck on how awesome the entire event was, really. But yeah, my name is Negatious. If you enjoyed my content, make sure to show it. I appreciate your appreciation. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.